Everyone got bearish at support. So we talked about $23,000 Bitcoin earlier this week, how the market broke above it, and that level was now serving as support. However, that didn't stop people from getting bearish today once the market was dropping below that intraday. So in today's video, I'm going to share my thoughts on what's happening here. I'm going to give you all some tips on how to improve your trading that all come down to the daily time frame. So you're not going to want to miss that. And if you guys do enjoy this content, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to get notifications. All right, so Bitcoin and 23,000. Here's the deal. We've talked about this earlier this week, how the market had broken above this on this candle. Okay, so we had two daily closes. We have two daily closes above 23,000 for BTC. Okay, now today is in progress. It's 1 p.m. Eastern. The market closes at 8 p.m. Eastern. So there's a lot of time left for anything to happen. But here's what occurred earlier today, at least on Twitter. A lot of people were getting bearish on Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market when BTC was trading down here at the lows. Okay, we were seeing the S&P 500 sell off a little bit, Bitcoin selling off, Ethereum, etc., and everybody was getting bearish. But here's the problem, okay? The problem is that Bitcoin has not closed below 23,000, okay? Not on the daily chart. The 4-hour, yes, okay? But the daily chart trumps the 4-hour, just like the weekly chart trumps the daily. So when you're looking at these markets and you see this, where Bitcoin is trading down here, yet yesterday closed above 23, the day before that closed above 23, and we have this short-term uptrend, you have to be very, very careful. And in my opinion, there was really nothing to short here. If anything, you should have been looking to buy at support, like this candle back here. If we look at this, the market came pretty much right into this support level back here, the high of this candle, and then bounced, okay? You can also see where this candle right here closed right at the closing price, or the high, I should say, back here at this candle. So if anything, in my opinion, this was a good buying opportunity for BTC down here. Now, with that said, if you're a daily trader like myself, I tend to use the daily and the 4-hour charts, especially the daily. I like to wait for the daily close. And that brings me to a really helpful tip for your trading. Now, before I get to that, if you are enjoying this content, be sure to smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Furthermore, if you guys like this type of content, there is a 7-day trial for Crypto Academy. You can see the link in the description. It's a free trial, no credit card required. If you love the content, you can stay on at the end of 7 days. And if not, do nothing and you won't be charged. All right, so my tip here for you is to wait for the daily close to make your decisions. Okay, 8 p.m. Eastern is the daily close. You can go to dailyclose.com to find out exactly when the crypto market closes in your time zone. Okay, I don't run that site, but it is helpful to determine when the crypto market closes in your time zone. So when waiting for the daily close, it really just comes down to this. If we take BTC, for example, if you're using the daily time frame, you would not make any decisions until the day closes at 8 p.m. Eastern. Wherever that day closes is going to be kind of your barometer for whether the market is short-term bullish or bearish. In this case, we're watching 23,000. So it comes down to this. If Bitcoin can close above 23, all right, where it is now or even higher, then this area stays intact as support, okay? And we have to respect that. It's not about what we think might happen. It's about respecting the price action on the chart. And right now, on a daily closing basis, Bitcoin is above 23. Now, if it were to close below 23, okay, somewhere down here, then yes, this becomes a fake out. This up here is the fake out. This area through here becomes resistance, and we could see that retest of around 21,600. All right, so this is going to be a key area for Bitcoin going forward if we do see a fake out up here. So this would kind of be the next support if we do see $23,000 fail at today's close. But again, it's all going to come down to the daily close at 8 p.m. Eastern. Now, another thing we have to pay attention to is the S&P 500. So I've mentioned this a few times recently, but we saw this market break out from a rather large descending channel here recently. Okay, we got the daily close here, and so far this market is holding above support and even rallying. It's up about 0.8% right now today. So as long as the S&P 500 is above 3,900, okay, this is going to be the level to watch. As long as the market is above this and rallying, it is very risky to try to short the crypto market. And we know that because Bitcoin for the past 6 or 7 months has been following the S&P 500 pretty closely. all right, especially during risk off periods, but even on rallies like this, it is following this market. Today, as soon as the S&P 500 started to rally, Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market started to rally as well. So at least for me, I don't see any reason to get overly bearish on the crypto market until one of two things happens. Either we see the S&P 500 lose 3,900 down here, we get the daily close below, or we get a retest up here and a very aggressive bearish rejection from this area, okay? Anywhere from 4140 all the way up to like 4200. I think this is gonna be a huge area for the market. And as I've said recently too, 4200 is the 50% retracement of the year-to-date range for the S&P 500, okay? So one of those two things, is going to happen, okay? We're either gonna get the break above this area and a failure there. I don't see us taking out 4200, at least not for long, or we get the failure and a close below 39, okay? One of those two things, in my opinion, is probably gonna mark the top for the crypto market as well. Now, there is a chance, of course, that the S&P 500 blows past 4,200 and continues to rally. And if that happens, I'll have to reassess things. But as of right now, given the macro picture out there, I don't think that's very likely. Okay. But as for right now, as long as this market is rallying, I think that it's really risky to try to short the crypto market. And like I said, if anything, I'm going to be looking to buy at support as long as this market looks relatively healthy and is rallying above that $3,900 level. And circling back toward Bitcoin, just to kind of wrap up. So basically 23,000 is the key level to watch today. Close above this, it's still intact as support. And I do think that a retest of that area right around mid 25, so like 25,500 or so, does seem likely if it can hold above 23,000. That is absolutely critical. If it does, then we're looking at, possibly mid 25s and maybe that area between 28 and 30. Okay. This area up here would be next. Now, if Bitcoin loses $23,000 today, as I said, then this area up here becomes resistance and we likely get that move down here toward at least about 21,600. All right. But it all comes down to today's close. And again, if you're looking for a simple tip to improve your trading, use the daily time frame. Stop worrying about the 5-minute chart or the 15-minute chart. Focus on the daily chart, wait for the 8 p.m. Eastern close, and then make your decisions based on that close. It requires patience, but it's also going to reduce your stress, which is going to in turn improve your trading and therefore improve your results. So I know it may seem like a boring way to trade, but that's kind of the point because it's going to give you time to plan your trade and slow things down for you to really reduce the stress levels and also reduce that FOMO, which is really the number one killer for trading profits. Okay. So, that's my tip for today. Just use the daily time frame, focus on that and, go from there. Make your decisions based on the daily chart and nothing else. All right. So that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon for notifications. I will talk to you all again tomorrow.